5. This is our first matchup in this tournament here for the ICL Open number 3. This is Aurora versus Tusk. Playing for Aurora is my Ethan, Ray, Adroit, and Azriel. Azriel getting the first pick up there, or getting picked by Grandma's Sweet Potatoes. Ethan getting the pick up, though, onto Salmon to trade it up in that upper side of B. But Ethan does take down Salmon on the other side. Fakes about watching the main street here. C control held well. B partially capped up by Insurgents. But Ray is trying to counter that hold as well. Ray spots one on the cross, but does not get the kill. See, Ray goes for the push on C. Staled. Finding danger close here. He sees one. Goes for the headshot. Still missing his shots. Eventually with the hip fire spray down gets the kill onto Rick. Hanging out. Nice grenade you got there, buddy. Oh, it ain't going to save your head, though. Unfortunately, the head game not strong enough as Ethan will get the kill there. Myson as well, taking on Fakes above, but William get the trade up onto Ethan in the top side of B. Leads it to just William last alive in this 1v2 clutch attempt. B partially capped. C partially capped, actually, for security as well. They'll be about to cap in here now. 5v1 here for William. A lot of work to do. They're going to go for the spawn. They're going to wait for one. He'll see one on the cross. Gets a spray down onto Azriel from spawn. 4 remaining on this clutch attempt. C not capping it, but William's going to go for the hold on A. It looks like going to go for the retake. There is a player in that position. Did he spot him on the cross? It looks like he did not. But jumping across, William's going to get onto Alpha. Flashing. Clears out this A player on Ethan. 3 remaining on this clutch attempt here. Here's one on the drop, and there's the wall bang from Myson. Gets the kill onto William. And the first round will go to Aurora, 1-0. Well held there by Aurora. Bit of interesting back and forth in the beginning here as they start clearing things up and ultimately just kind of lock it in. Really good teamwork there, and I see we don't have any audio for the game. Apologies, folks. Nah, okay, that didn't work either. That's interesting. Hold on a second, folks. Let's make sure this is working the way it should be. Okay, I think we're good now. Apologies for that, folks. But now we should be back, hopefully at full volume. Let me know if that's not working anymore. Follow Ray here, heading out of spawn. The rest of the team spreading out pretty well across the map here. They're definitely be focused for the security forces. Insurgents similarly focused, but heavy upper B presence here. Ethan getting the nade onto Salmon, starting it out. Where are they going next? Ethan clearing this 1v1. Get the play on the outside. It's taking a long time here. Adroit going to go for the smoke to help push on to B a little quicker. They tap it, and they tap C as well, but Rick is going to be quick to counter that. But Ray actually catches out Rick on that counter to C. The counter, if I say so myself, but Grandma Sweet Potatoes takes another of Azriel. Adroit gets on to B here, staling it. Ray wins against Fakes the buy as well on Charlie. The cap still happening for security, but Myson getting the wall bang there onto Grandma Sweet Potatoes leads to just William once again. Tusk in a tough spot here, 1v4, going for the clutch, but Ethan with the rotation from upper B gets the kill, and Aurora once again gets the round on their side, 2-0, as they keep their domination across Bravo and Charlie. And we got to call it out at Charlie there. We're seeing amazing work coming out from Ray, just kind of counter-baiting it out, playing the counter positions to where it's just a tough one for Insurgents to come back from. It's still early in the game, though, so there's still plenty of time to recover. They're not out of the woods yet. But we will see how this plays out and see what happens. Follow Ray from spawn here, going for the long style flank. Is he going to go for the Insurgency Sandstorm style flank? Nope, going to go for standard. Smart call. Myson getting the pick early to pick Sabah on the cross. He's only one player for the hold on C, but another pick onto Rick as well. That is C presence lost for Insurgents. They've already down one. Ray's going to have a free rotation here. I don't know what is up with these grenades having a optic on them. Guess they're helps with your aiming, perhaps. But Adroit going to hold the angle here. Tusk already in a tough spot here. 3v5. C capping up for Ray. Be a free and easy rotation. They're going to double up upper B. It's kind of tough to come back from. They have one in the back, but we see Grandma Sweet Potato trying to find a lucky pick. Oh, he gets the shot onto Mai. Nicely done. Going to go for 2 against Ray here. Danger close. Oh, and Ray gets the trade pretty quick onto Grandma Sweet Potatoes. William takes out one, but Salmon gets taken on the other side there. William last alive once again. 3v1 clutch attempt here. C capping up most of the way. William's about to get pushed here. Looks away at the wrong time, but still stays alive for the moment. But unfortunately, that van will be the end of William as another round goes to Aurora, 3-0. Well played by Aurora. Again, that early C picks on the cross is just devastating. If you lose that early on, it's tough to come back from. You can try to counter the sides as much as you can, but I mean, if you die early on, not much you can do about it. For Insurgents, what can you do? If you're in that situation yourself, what can we do? We can throw smokes. We got plenty of smokes we can throw on the cross here. You can even noob tube inside of here with some smokes that can help with the counters at least. Of course, it won't stop the bullets, but it can hopefully stop the pre-fires, because if you lose that early on, it is pretty much the round over. Not guaranteed. Oh, fake Sabah though. Nice pickup on the Mai. They thought it had it for free, but that is no longer the case. They're paying for it. Someone now running into B here. Insurgents have really changed up their momentum here. They focus for a little bit more of a wider B spread, and it's working out well. Someone touching out Azrael as well. It's now Salmon now able to cap up B pretty decisively, as we see Ethan on the top side here, looking for the cross. There's a player on the outside of Barber there, hanging out. That is William. That B player is in the smoke without a gas mask, but they will be coughing, so their position is given away slightly. Rick will win against Ray on Charlie. That's the C hold down. Now just down to just a droid and Ethan last alive here. Trying to clutch it. The B cap should be coming in here. With the pick onto 1. Oh, but Ethan goes down as well. Adroit last alive here. 1v4 clutch. Is this the comeback? Oh, no. Grandma's Sweet Potatoes ready to do something fancy there. Tyro catching him out. I was going to run into this player on the cross to BC is not going to work out. The first round for Tusk, 1-3. Finally, a little bit of luck on their side, as the aggressive approach coming in from Insurgents, doing some amazing work there. It really threw off security. They knew they had the standard set they were doing. They were always stacking heavy B. Once they lost the cross there, it was pretty much GG in that round 2. But now, that last round, we really saw Insurgents coming alive. They won the counter on the cross on C, on this main street here. And once they had that, they had way better coverage, and they won the battle against Ray over towards Charlie, which is a huge, huge win for Insurgents at that point. So let's see what happens on this next round here, following fake Sabah on the cross. Good for the lucky pick. Not going to find it onto Mai. But they're going to stack heavy B once again. 4 to B, 1 towards that AC side. It's going to be Ray once again. Mai winning against Grandma's Sweet Potatoes on the sniper cross there. Salmon going to go for the push-up onto B. So far, safe enough, but through the smoke, they will take down Azrael over on Bravo. Partially capped for security, but they are still not on the objective yet. Looking to try and get the grenade out to try and smoke somebody, or at least hit somebody. Good smoke for the cross, though. William does take down Ethan on the upper side of B, meaning it is now open for Insurgents to flank. But there's the upper window. Salmon trying to get the lucky shot, not going to get that kill on that player up in the windows. Salmon is staled on B. One player on their close right. And one on the top side. They've dropped down. They're going to double up Bravo. Very dangerous approach here. Smoke is cleared out. They're going to rotate and go upper. Interesting call here. Interesting call. It is a little dangerous because you'd have that player on the top side to watch out for. And there's Tyra taking down Salmon. And Ray wins against William. Fake Sabah does take down Tyra, but Rick is now decapping Charlie. Free. Fake Sabah going to try to battle this out against, I'm guessing that's Maisan up there. Oh, that is actually Ray up there, but Maisan will save his teammate in the meantime. Down to Rick, last alive here. 2v1. B-cap coming in pretty quick here. Rick's going to go for the A-cap and hold. Try to stay alive and get his teammates back into the fight here. Ray's going to go for the rotation and actually double cap as well onto Charlie. Interesting call. This is a little risky. Not impossible. See some scavenging of the ammunition. Some resources here. Just going to hang out the side here, lagging out a little bit. There's the cap on B. Rick now facing 5 enemies at once here. Actually 4, because you still have 1 capping on Charlie. But at least 3 in the respawn wave coming in. There's none of those shots landing. That is unfortunate, buddy. Good luck. I'll say next try, but don't worry. You got plenty of rounds still. But that was a good attempt at a clutch. Unfortunately, he just did not get his shots remotely in time to hit that player. But was looking, at least looking in the right spot. I will say that. That is better than nothing. Good attempt, but yeah, 3v1, very difficult, especially on A. They can flash it. They can grenade it pretty tough. It's really difficult to push that. They could have thrown grenades and flashed it pretty quick and cleared that out on Alpha if they wanted to. They're just going to go for the fight, and they won that one pretty decisively. So another round for Aurora in the books. But still about halfway through this first half here. So about a quarter of the way through. Mai going for the pick, not going to get that shot down, but did at least spot and call the player out. Although almost a given they're going to have somebody out there. Mai looking to clear out upper side of B. Not going to find that either. Grandma's taking some shots, but staying alive for the moment here. Again, a pretty wide spread on security, but definitely defocused still. One on the street as well, but Fake Sabah and Salmon clearing out these sides here. Big for Bravo, for Insurgents. Adroit trying to clear this out here. He has a teammate on his left, but an enemy also on his left. Is Adroit going to go for the wall bang here? They are danger close. Oh, Grandma, sweet potatoes, catches out Ethan on the cross, down to just Tyra now, last alive, 1v5. Unfortunately, the objective already flashing for Alpha. Huge placement from Insurgents, flanking around. Down just a droid to try and clutch this up. Gets the headshot onto one, but William gets the trade just as quick, and Tusk take the round decisively, 2-4. They may not win every round, but the rounds they win are the rounds that matter, and they're decisive in their victory. However, if they lose, it's due to a snowball. But it's a slow snow. It's a snowball that starts to grow. It's small, but then it builds momentum more and more and more until it's at the ground at 1,000 miles an hour. It's kind of how it goes. The Grandma sweet potatoes a little tilted in our perspective. But let's see how this next one plays out. Following my son from the start here. Rocking the MDR. Going to go for the safe play on Alpha instead of going for the walls. Smart call. As we're going to go for the safe to B. The only problem is there is a player watching. Ooh, and he managed to get through. Get on the B to tap it. Still not capping just yet. Midas take down fake spot. William getting the trade in just as quick. Bit of a B presence here coming in from Insurgents. But they're not playing on it directly, but actually playing on the outers and crosses. Not a bad call, of course, that upper spot. Yeah, Tyra's going to get the flank onto William. Azrael going to hold on to B here. Unfortunately, the optic just blocking his side there. Gets the kill on Grandma Sweet Potatoes a little late, but still gets it in there at least. Still one up on B side. And that's going to be Salmon trying to clear this out. Battling against Ethan. Danger close here. Salmon gets the pick onto Azrael, clearing out Bravo. Of course, Ethan is aware of that. Going to opt to go back down to B. Of course, this Insurgent did hear the player rotating. And gets the almost shot down. Unfortunately there, Salmon getting the battle, getting the kill in time. Going to rotate long ways around. Rick actually getting the kill onto Ray in Alpha. Brings it down to a 2v2 here, winnable. But Rick's looking the wrong way and gets caught off guard as Azrael comes in to save Alpha. Down to just Salmon last alive here. 3v1 now. Salmon flashed from the top side of B. One player coming in from behind. Oh, and from the top side, my son gets the kill on the Salmon, and that's going to be Aurora getting another round on the board, 5-2. As once again, we see good teamwork coming in from Aurora. Even if they lose a spot, they'll be able to flank and push around and get done what they need to in a way that is very, very effective. So, well done to Aurora. But now the question is, what can Tusk do to counter it? The initial setup isn't bad to have them outside of B instead of playing fast to B. When you play fast in B, it can work sometimes, but if you have someone set up for that cross, it's pretty tough to beat. So it can work. I'd almost say maybe like a BC hold, like a little more passive to this side here might work better. Rick was able to get the cross pretty well, and it looks like they are going for that approach. This should work out a little better for him, although we do see William going back up to their favorite spot, of course. Someone getting the nade onto Ethan. Nice on taking a fake Sabah and a droid getting the kill on the Grandma Sweet Potatoes. Not a good start for him. William already getting pushed, danger close. He's aware the players are so close. He's just going to toss it right on the side there. Not going to get the kills, but trades for Insurgents coming in just as quick. And Salmon double kill onto Mai and Azrael. Leads it to just a droid last alive who gets the pick onto Rick. Oh my goodness, what a comeback. 3v1 now, 2v1 here for a droid. Tyra capping up C so far. Can they see what's going to happen? Salmon on the outside here. Huge flank coming around to the side here. And just taking down security forces here. Droid capping up C. William capping B. Salmon just kind of providing support. Could go in for the C block. Could go for A as well. A couple different options. There you go. They're going to double up Bravo. Smart call. The thing is they're out of time. They have enough time in the round, but cap-wise, they're going to be running out of time before this objective respawns. There is the capture on Charlie, so now the security forces are respawning, meaning they're going to come to Bravo pretty quickly. You would think. However, I think these security players are smart. They have the objective advantage. They do not need to go for Bravo here. They can leave them at Bravo, let them cap it up, let them think they have it in control, and as soon as they cap in, they're going to want to move around and rotate, and that's when you catch them off guard. So this allows for security to set up for a good spawn camp and hold. They're going to opt to go for the AC hold instead of going for B. Smart call. Again, 2 objectives to win at the end of time if you do not have, if you run out of time. So smart idea here. A droid waiting for the spawn camp. Looks like a droid and Ethan catching out 1 respectively. So we got 2 players danger close down below here. All a game of sound here. You see the flank on the outside here. Big Spot does catch out Azrael. But we still have the stack up on Charlie. Mai taking out 1, but there's Rick taking down Tyra on the outside of C. Ethan still holding on, but Mai-san will get the kill onto Rick. Ethan's still in position, but it looks like Mai and Ray will get the kills. Apparently, I'm not observing a whole lot of nothing today. 6-2, Aurora. Great teamwork all the way around despite that. getting some good work done, and ultimately just playing as a team. And that is what's effective at the end of the day. When it's all said and done, as long as you are working together and you're communicating, you're locking down lines, locking down lanes together, it's tough to beat. It's very, very tough to beat. And that's what Aurora is doing in spades, as opposed to Tusk, who are playing individually very well. There's a couple players that are doing super strong, but they have to work together. And that's sort of been the thing that Tusk hasn't had continuously yet. They'll have a moment or two where like one player pops off and does super well, but then it's kind of a back and forth where it's like, they're trying to get there, they're almost there. Aurora's got that in spades currently, but let's see if that continues for this next round. As we see in the setup here, not bad for Insurgent Security. A little bit further back, but a little more passive this time. Someone does get picked. Well, gets the pick, onto Ethan. As Ray opts to hold out on Charlie, not going to go for it. We do see the Sandstorm flank. Rick going on the outside of the map. This is still within bounds. Obviously, you don't normally play out here because this is so far away from the objectives that it's unexpected by most players. I like to call it the Sandstorm flank. That is the... it's a little extra, but it's something that everybody can do. Rick going to go for the A cap and hold here. Salmon gets the pick onto Azrael. We do see Rick about to get caught off guard here by Ray, of all people. He had a teammate there to support him, but it doesn't even matter as Tyro takes down Salmon. Grandma Sweet Potatoes capping up B. There's a player on this left side. You can kind of see him there sneaking out. Grandma Sweet Potatoes a little late to the table there. Unfortunately, did not react in time. Fake so boss stalled at C, though. Trying to figure out where this player is at. Still not aware of where this player is at. Oh, they are on the stairs. There you go. There's the wall bang. Ray taking down Fake Sabah. Down to just William last alive. Flashed on B. 1v4. Goes for the flick, but Adroit gets the shot instead. Aurora take down the enemy forces here. And this is competitive Insurgency at its finest. Yeah, this is if you've only ever played public firefight or even like push, this is a whole other level of gameplay and of systems here. This is competitive Insurgency. There's not much like it out there. There is definitely some things like this, but especially firefight is a very, very Insurgency special. You know, so as is push. Push is unique. You know, it's kind of like Conquest. You know, in terms of like capturing objectives and pushing up the map back and forth. You know, there's Frontline as well, which is a good mode. But firefight, that's the good stuff. Although I like ambush too. I'm going to be specific to just that. Ethan double nade onto Grandma Sleep Deals, and Salmon early on is going to put Insurgents really far back. Good smoke as well for the cross. Although we do see a grenade coming in here. Uh-oh. B-side nade. Oh, interesting nade choice to nade the upper side of the back of B, but unfortunately there is no one up there. Azrael about to run into this player here. Almost gets the shot in. So close. But Mai will get the bang and kill there onto Fake Sabah through Bravo. Meaning we're down to just William on the top side. Rick on the street. You could say he's almost a backstreet boy. But now on Charlie. Gets the bang and kill onto Ray. Once again. Classic. Oh, shot a little too low there, Rick. Hit the cover instead of hitting the player there ever so close. But Rick does eventually get the trade and killer onto Mai. My, oh my. We're down to a 2v2 here. Azrael capping up B. And Tyra providing support on the top side here. There we go. There's the kill onto William on the top side. Nobody on the outskirts there. But now we see Rick going for the A-hold here. Yeah, there's a big old window or big old gap in the roof here. So you do have to be very careful on this alpha objective. Flashes are extremely effective. Oh, well, Rick let two players run by there. Maybe intentional. Who knows? Now that smoke will give away the position of the player rotating up top. Does Rick look? Yes, he does. And there's actually two that jump right in front of his face. He's going to have to run. They don't know where he's at yet. They ran right by him in the corner, and they still don't know. Oh, my goodness gracious. It's a 2v1 here on Alpha. You saw his foot just zoom past him. Good for the wall bang. Gets it onto Ray, but Ethan gets the trade. And that ends the half. 8-2. As Rick is just... he is an enigma on Alpha, and that's a good way to play it. There's always so many different ways of playing on this map and playing on Alpha because it's a very, very strange open and closed objective simultaneously. It's a really, really fun one to play. I liked playing on Alpha when I played a little bit of Firefight personally, but Bravo's more my speed. I'm more of a objective sit and hold than a firefighter or fragger, if you will. I was never that good. But I definitely love how the A objective plays here. It's really, really unique. If we take a quick look, whoop, there we go. It's much, so much co-op. I'm used to the other side of the map. But yeah, this A objective here, so many different unique spots, right? There's the door there. There's this door here that's actually normally closed up. So you have to kind of run through the sides here. And of course, having it the upper window here makes it interesting for grenades and whatnot and artillery. But in any case, back to the actual game here. Now we swap sides. It's like a whole new game here. Following Rick sneaking through the street here. William and Salmon, though, getting some good work done on that Bravo side. Ray sneaking around that A side as well. Pretty common to see. Interesting grenade choice. Rick's going to run straight through. Free rotation into C. They're not really holding it super close. Mai going to catch him almost on the rotation. Wings him a little bit, but that's about it. Fakes about William, though. Getting more work done on that B side, down to just one player, and that is Mai. Oh, and Grandma Sweet Potatoes with the one tap gets the kill, and Tusk take another round off the board. 3-8, the lead shrinking. Just one more round. Good teamwork coming out from Tusk on that security forces side there. You can see the spread of the players are pretty wide as they took control of the map. Got the initial couple kills on Bravo, then were able to really spread out and lock it down to where they were in a good spot. You'll see that very commonly as players and teams like to really, once they have that initial, first one or two kills, they don't have to sit there and wait past it. It depends on the team too, because some teams are very, very aggressive, no matter how many are alive. That can work out very well or work out very poorly depending on the individual player skill. But a lot of it depends on how the teams play and how your rest of the team play. How the game is going in essence. So it can vary. Let's see what happens here with Ethan. Interesting pre-nade for the set here in B, but it's not going to get a hole for the upper side of B. And taking shots from the cross, but actually Ethan's somehow staying alive still. Taking a lot of bullets, but they're fixed up by getting the pick onto Tyro in the meantime. B partially capped for Insurgents, but security going to opt to slow clear this out. One in the inside of B. One now on Bravo. Getting the cap set. Azrael getting the pick on the fix so Ba in Bravo, but there's a player behind him. And there's Salmon getting the trade up. Ethan should be aware of this and should now be trying to get that kill onto Azrael, but no, from the upper side there, gets the kill, onto that player in upper B. Now my son gonna have to try and clear this out on B. Upper for upper. William picking out Ray as well in the meantime on the outer side, meaning we're down to just my son last alive. 1v2 winnable. Uh-oh. But my son gets the pick onto William. Now 1v1 here. Rick, danger close. It's all down to this. One grenade. Is Rick going to eat this grenade? Oh, Kobe! My son, nicely done there. 9-3. Oh, très bien. Très bien. That's all I got to say. That was just cooked to perfection. 4K clutch. He makes it look easy. He makes it look easy. Jeez. 1v1 and he gets it done. I mean, that was well played. And it was a bit of a misplay there on C to try and run and jump down there. But you got to do what you got to do to try and clear out the objective, especially if you're not on the actual capture point. So it's a tough one. My son is a very, very strong player. So they are also rocking a 17-8 currently, which is the highest in the server right now. So you got to keep that in mind sometimes. We'll follow Ray here. The rest of the team setting up for a pretty heavy upper B presence here. Here comes Ray. Oh, he's going to eat Salmon. It's a honey badger there on the upper side of B. Unfortunately, there's a player there looking to trade it up. That's going to be Tyro. Looking to recover, but that player is actually prone in front of the building. Not easy to see. What's Grandma going to do? Has that M1 Garand, excuse me, not a carbine. This is the Garand. This is the full power. Very, very strong weapon. Salmon getting the pick as well. Ethan getting a trade, but Salmon double kill on this B objective. Huge, huge play here. Ethan now capping up Charlie. The question is, what are Insurgents going to do? Tyro's in a tough spot here. Salmon now trying to clear out this upper B. He's aware that somebody might be up there. Surprise! There's the kill out of Tyro, down to just Ethan last alive here. Going for the play on A. There's the flash. A little early. Oh, and Rick. Nice rotation. Gets the kill onto Ethan. And it's going to be ultimately Tusk taking the round. This ain't going to be quite an easy show over. But Salmon, 4K. I mean, huge play here on Bravo. The huge push-up doing just a lot of work to where it was just one last little rotation there from Rick onto A was the last pièce de résistance, if you will. But in any case, We'll head around. So far, score-wise, looking pretty even. You're going to have a little bit lopsided because you do have someone with, 17 kills. Someone's not going to be able to get 17 kills without someone else having less, obviously. So it's going to be a little lopsided, but that's pretty normal. Pretty even spread on the other side, though. Usually the objective players like Azrael are going to be lower in KD because their goal is to not get kills, but their goal is to capture objectives and stay alive as long as possible. So different objectives for the players here. So you're going to see some variation of that. Nothing unusual. Now we're following Tyro here. Trying to go for the push up into B here. That upper side is very dangerous for any B player on Insurgent, so they have to keep a close eye on that. The player's actually down below this time. A little bit of a surprise. But upper B is still being held by security there on their right side. Little flash in the face there. Oh, Rick takes the pick onto Azrael, trying to go for the play here on B, but Adroit sailed, staying alive through the fire here. About to run into a player, but fakes a bug. It's the wall bang onto Tyro. Unfortunately, Caster's first coming in here big. As we see it evening up relative to that. 3v2 alive left as Mai on the top side tries to find this player on upper B. Oh, he catches him at the worst possible time. Salmon, nice pickup onto Mai, and William will get the kill onto Ethan. It's going to be Tusk once again taking the round here. 5-9. A good work day, if I say so myself. And yes, there is another game being played right now. It is, I think, Chilled Gamers versus, whatchamacallsums. Let me pull up the list here. Computer Games versus Weeball is the other match being played. Unfortunately, I am just one person, and I can't cast 2 games at once. It would also be very, very hectic, and it would be a very good viewing experience if you had 2 games being casted at once. So, kind of how it goes sometimes. Well, if this game ends quickly, we will go to that one, though, as if it's still up. But, yeah, we'll just play it by ear. It's kind of how it goes. I cast as much as I can, so... In any case, back to the game that we are watching. Tusk versus Aurora, where Tusk is doing good. Not live being called. A little late in the round there. Oh, boy. That's a little late to call it not live, but I guess they're okay with it. Usually after, like, the first 15 seconds, it's like, yeah, it's a little sus. But, hey, stuff happens, okay? Okay. Quickish, no worries. Minor technical difficulty. I guess they got it fixed out or figured out, whatever it was. But we're back. We're live. 5-9. Good work day for some. The question is, who's going to win this? I think it's easy to call for Aurora to win this one, but I think Tusk are going to bring it pretty close. They've already got it only 4 rounds difference, which is really, really good. When they had a pretty big difference initially. So, Tusk are doing a great job. My son, nice pick early on to fake Sobaz, going to make it tough to come back from 4. Tusk, unfortunate, but let's see what happens here. Following Ethan. One on the jump. Oh, but Salmon catches out Ethan off guard there. Salmon doing some great work. Has more to clear out, but there's My Son with the trade on the Salmon. Huge plays here. Caster's curse coming in. Unfortunately, Rick watching on the street there. My Son taking down Grandma Sweet Potatoes as well. But William taking down Ray is a good sign of things to come. William capping up C. He's actually in a bit of a cheeky spot here down below the bedside here. This is a really, really good spot unless there's a Molotov or incendiary or a grenade. Oh, and as you can see, the grenade will kill anybody hiding any kind of cheeky spots like that. My Son getting the other pick there onto Rick means it's 10-5. As Aurora doing great work there. That is the problem with sneaky, like, cheeky spots like that. Is that an ace? Is that an ace from My Son? What? Okay. Pop off. 20 bomb already? Jeez. 23 kills? Man, save some for your teammates, bro. Oh my goodness. That is bananas, man. That is crazy. This could be the last round. Who knows? I think it's going to be at least 1 more. Maybe 2 more. Even 3 would be great. But let's see what happens here following Ray from spawn here. See if they lock in here. Oh, they got the new optic that Ray has equipped. This is the new one from the Operation Clear Sight. It has a little hood on there. Now, do you have damage to your optics that would make that useful? No, not really. But, it looks cool. It is also really big, so I hope you don't need to look upward ever. It's also massive. I'm not sure if I would ever use this myself, but, to each their own, of course. Double kill coming in from Tusk, though, is a good start. Down to just 2 remaining insurgents. Trying to clear this out here. Oh, Ray taking shots from top side. Rick can get the kill onto Ray. Down to just Adroit. Tyro last alive here. 1v4, and Alma just getting an easy mow down onto Tyro there. Not sure what happened there. Look, they were just kind of walking away AFK there. So, we have a bit of an interesting situation here. Tusk are coming back a little bit. I'm not sure what was going on with Aurora that round. It looks like they were just a couple quick kills. Early on, they were just kind of left fumbling for keys and ultimately just kind of caught off guard there. We do see Ethan rocking the KS-23. This is a shotgun, if you don't know, that has extremely strong damage. Very, very scary weapon. More than even the Taz used to be. Because the Taz, dude, those slugs were like, they're like little sniper rifles, man. Oh, man, it would trigger people if you had like a 2x on that and just snipe at a distance. Because the thing is, the drop-off is like super low. So if those pellets are strong enough for slugs, I don't know, man, they can hit. They can get some kills done. That drop-off was bananas back in the day. But anyways, back to the modern days. Adroit Tyro getting a double kill. Might as well take on a fake Sabah. It's going to be a clean sweep as Ethan takes down Salmon as well. Rick, the last one alive here, as Aurora look to put an end to the round here, an end to the match. Rick trying to do something here. Facing a 5v1 here. Not a scratch done to the opposing forces here. You see on the top side. Oh, Rick. He gets the Kobe onto Adroit, but at what cost? My viewers, it is the cost of the game. 11-6 ends it for Aurora versus Tusk. Does the game crash? Yeah, there it is. That's the Insurgency, I know. For those who don't know, normally with private matches like this that are held on a servers, when we have custom mod sets that we use for bouncing and whatnot, it will crash the game if you don't let it finish out. Maybe once in 30 times it will work as it should be, but that is unfortunately very, very rare. We'll reboot the game and hop into the other game if it's still active. Kind of depends on if they're still playing. Because of the delays, we should be able to catch it at least. So in the meantime, we'll bring it back over to the main camera here. Whoa, look at that. Turn the light on. There you go. Looks a little better. So yeah, that was a pretty good game there from Tusk and ultimately Aurora. Aurora definitely had the stronger presence there. Strong game control. Individual players working really well as well. Just great teamwork all the way around. It shows. It really shows when you have a team that's organized, they're working together, they're playing together. That's tough to come back from. So they did a good job there. Let's real quickly hop in. Boom. Okay. So. I typed the password wrong. Darn it. Hold on. 1 second here.